Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and salutations to Akim pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. Back with another lesson. It's going to be as quick as I can make it, but I'm going to go into an article and dealing with Kyrie Irving. All right. The Nets, it says Nets governor Joe Tsai is in a tweet on Friday condemned Kyrie Irving's promotion of an anti small hat film and book on social media, right? It says, I'm disappointed that Kyrie appears to support a film based on a book full of anti small hat disinformation. I want to sit down and make sure he understands this is hurtful to all of us. And as a man of faith, it's wrong to promote hate based on race, ethnicity, or religion. And these guys are full of it, man. These small hats, these issues, they are the ultimate haters of humanity, man, of the earth. All right. With terms like goyim that they push. All right. Useless eaters. What these people really think and espouse is unbelievable if you look at their writings and you look at a lot of their teachings, man. All right. Certain quotes that they have put out over the years. And the movie that got them up in arms is this right here. It's called Hebrews to Negroes, right? Wake Up Black America. So this goes in line with what Kanye was saying about a week ago, a couple weeks ago or whatever. So this narrative is getting more and more push because ultimately the Lord, he's going to bring these people down, man. All right. And he's going to make a spectacle of us for pushing this word, because this word is going to become basically outright demonized hate speech in the public. Okay. That's why they're pushing this narrative. They're allowing these things to get major coverage. And this story, which was first reported on Bleacher Report, is in all the mainstream news articles. This is a New York Post. And I'm going to jump right into it because these people are full. The prophecies don't match these people. The description of what the ancient Israelites look and what they would be doing in the future does not match these people. All right. Now, I haven't seen the movie Hebrews and Negroes, but hey, we've been out on the streets teaching about the Israelites for a number of years. And our apostles and elders of Great Millstone have been doing it 40 plus years. All right. So this information has been around, but right now the Lord is choosing to magnify it because, hey, this is it, man. This is it. This has become a controversy. This has become a debate. And you got people that don't really even have faith talking about this thing right now. So let's get into it. Kyrie Irving raises eyebrows with tweet to movie filled with anti-small hat disinformation. Kyrie Irving has put himself in the middle of another controversy. The Net star raised eyebrows Thursday with a tweet and Instagram story that included an Amazon page marketing the tactically endorsing a 2018 film, Hebrews and Negroes, Wake Up Black America, which has been described as filled with anti-small hat disinformation. And they never go through the scriptures and debate the cause. They never do this, man. They just throw that label up so the masses can just see that label and turn their ear and close their ears, man. But what our people don't realize, the understanding of this information and the understanding of the Bible, most importantly, is your salvation through the faith of Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It says the film is based on a 2015 book by the same name. Rolling Stones called the film and book venomously anti-small hat, citing statements within claiming many famous high-ranking Jays have admitted to worshiping Satan and Lucifer, and that's true. That many of them have. All right, there's been books documented these things, man. There's one by Tex Mars. I can't think of the exact name, but it's at the tip of my tongue. But I know the author. And there's many statements which you got a guy like Alex Jones or whoever has brought out over the years of how these elites of the small hats really think, right? It says the Net spokesperson told the Post The Brooklynettes strongly condemn and have no tolerance for the promotion of any form of hate speech. We believe that in these situations, our first action must be honest dialogue. We thank those, including the ADL, who have been supportive during this time. So it's going to be an all-out assault on the actual word, man. Right? So if you basically saying that the Bible is hate speech once you have an understanding of it, because if you don't have their Edomite wash narrative, then you full of hate speech according to these people. Now this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy, I have spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out as a prey. So right there, you know that Idumea has control of that land right now, because according to Bible prophecy, when the true Israelites get back in that land, hey, guess what, man? There's not going to be wars anymore. There's going to be peace on earth, and the law is going to come out of that land. So how is the law of the Lord, right? Go back to the Old Testament law, going to come out of that land when they have one of the biggest alphabet community pride parades that you can think of in Pink City. So that right there is a major strike on these people being the actual people of the Lord when you sit back and you actually think about it, you know? So let's keep moving. Actually, I'm gonna get this. Let's go to the book of I just thought of Isaiah 14 and 1, right? It says, for the Lord will have mercy, and this is a prophecy, on Jacob, and yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, right? And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, right? So think about how they got that land, what year they got it, how they got it, the agreement they signed to get it. This does not add up to Bible prophecy once again. So what Kyrie posted, I haven't seen this movie, so I'm not going to speak on that movie. But when you read about the descriptions, which we've went over many times, all right, the prophecy of how the Israelites are going to return to that land, the current people in that land do not match up. And they never talk about that. They never go into that. They just say you're anti-small hat, hate speech, you're wrong, period. That's all they say. And people are, meaning a lot of people are coming out of that mindset and seeing these people for what they really are, you know? Let me keep going. It says, and they shall take away them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And this stuff doesn't match up, man. In the land of modern day Israel, how are they ruling over their oppressors? Right? It says, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give them rest from thy sorrow, and from the fear, and from the hard bondage wherein they was made to serve. I'm trying to jump down and get more into the point I want to get. Let's go jump. Let me just keep going. Because actually, let me go into something else. Because just that first part actually cuts them of who they are. Because they have German slaves, so to speak, in the nation over there in Israel right now, and they ruling over. Because that's what they always go to and jump to as a jumping point in history of when they were so-called oppressed or done so-called wrong, right? But in reality, all those people are the same people. So let's keep going. Let's get this is the book of Micah. chapter 4, verse 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it. Another future prophecy, right? And many nations shall come and say, Come, let us go up into the mountain of the Lord, into the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths, right? So the law is not coming forth out of that place, man. Like I said, that place is that place is very demonic right now because of the rulership, right? Like I mentioned with the pink city and that big pride parade, and we will walk in the paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem, right? And one of the laws in the Bible is you should not basically charge interest to your neighbor, so to speak. But these issues, these small hats, are notorious at doing that. Verse 3, and he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword any against nation, right? Neither shall they learn war anymore. And this is, like I said, another future prophecy once the house of Israel gets back in that land, the true Israelites, the true house of Judah, so you can understand. This has not happened yet. That's why you got the Palestinians still lobbing rockets, right? Be on the brink of nuclear war. All these things are happening because the true people are not in that land yet. You have to consider that, right? And I'm sure this movie that Kyrie posted goes into that, right? Because it's basically, one West doctrine, which is where the truth and the understanding of the Bible really came out of. All right. Let me jump back into this. It says the description of the film on Amazon says the movie uncovers the true identity of the children of Israel by proving the true ethnicity of Abraham, Ishmael, Isaac, Jacob, the sons of Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And there's a definition. If you have a Zondervan's dictionary and you look up the definition for the word Ham, and they know that he was a forefather of the Africans, and it goes on to name all those African tribes, but at the end it tells you not the Negroes. So who are the Negroes if they're not part of the Hamitic people? They're part of Shemitic people, so you can understand. All right, and that's in their own dictionary. Us as Israelites, we didn't put together Zondervan's Bible dictionary. All right, consider that. It says Christianity has covered up the centuries in regards to the true biblical identity of the so-called Negro in this movie packed with tons of research. A similar description of the book, as noted by Rolling Stones, reads, since the European and Arab slave traders stepped into Africa, blacks have been told lies about their heritage, which is true. Both suggest Hebrews and Negroes espouse ideas in line with extreme factions of black Hebrew Israelites, which have a long history. And here come the labels. Here come the demonization. Misogyny, homophobia, xenophobia, Islamophobia, and especially anti-small hat Rolling Stones John Blistine, who he's one of them, you can tell by the name, wrote the book's 4th chapter titled When Did Racism Towards Black Starts? Also starts by falsely suggesting that anti-black racism can be traced back to the key of the Ish text. There are other passages throughout the book that also have been proven false according to the Rolling Stones article. And they have never, ever debunked us. There's been so many cases of people saying so, but they haven't, man. They do not go into the prophecies. They do not break down these scriptures. They do not break down the descriptions of the Israelites. And they don't do any of it. They just label and demonize. It says in September, Irvin shared on his Instagram a 2002 conspiracy video of Alex Jones decrying a new world order, which is coming, which is going to be that beast system and an implantable chip, by the way, in case you didn't know, right? So let's jump back. And I'm not going to go into to all of this, but you're starting to get the point, man. These prophecies do not match. It does not match these people, man. All right. This is Ezekiel 39:25. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy on the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous of my holy name. After that they have borne their shame and all their trespasses, whereby they have trespassed against me when they dealt falsely in their land, and none made them afraid. Right, we was put out that land because we didn't keep and obey the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Right? When I have brought them again from the people and gathered them out of their enemies' lands and am sanctified in them in the sight of many nations. It's going to be a great gathering. When the Lord comes back, he's going to gather the outcasts of Israel, pursuant to the book of Isaiah, right? From the different places, he scattered them, the diaspora, the lost tribes, so you can understand. This is what this is talking about. And once again, those people in that land do not fit the prophecy, right? Then shall they know that I am the Lord, their power, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen. But I have gathered them unto their own land, and have left none of them any more. Neither will I hide my face any more from them, for I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, saith the Lord power. And this is yet to happen. This is going to happen. So you're going to see more and more people come out, notable people, big names, espousing this information, because this information is the truth, and these prophecies are being fulfilled in these end days, man. Those people in that land are not the people. That's the greatest secret on the earth, so you can understand. Let's grab this. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, right? Because we were supposed to discontinue from our heritage, pursuant to Jeremiah. When do you ask the Ishes and the small hats, when did they discontinue? They'll tell you they never discontinued. They always knew who they were, right? Which is a bold-faced lie. This is basically saying the scriptures are lying, right? And know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. And that's why you see these Israelites saying these things right now, because we're thinking upon the Heavenly Father in the land of our captivity. We were brought over here in bondage, slavery, right? Pursuant to the book of Deuteronomy, slave ships is written about. When did the Ish and small hats go into slavery on slave ships? It didn't happen. It's too many. They already struck out multiple times if you actually know the scriptures. It says, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. So, hey, we're waiting on the actual reality of that fact. Okay? I seen something funny, infomercial, where people were asking for donations so they could fly in these Polish, German, so-called lost tribes back into the land. And that's not prophetic. The Lord is going to bring his people back into that land, not by going on TV through an infomercial and asking for donations. So this is just, it's just foolish once you really understand the Bible, what these people are saying. All right. And they're going to get more and more. So be warned, you Akim out there, be warned that these people are setting up a trap. So you're going to be really persecuted for bringing this message and believing and having faith in this message. But it's all right. It's all already written. So we know that. All right. Let's see. But that's pretty much the point. Yeah, that's pretty much the point. But like I said, man, they're going to push this anti-small hat narrative more and more. And soon they're going to be in front of some camps' faces. All right. No surprise if they don't use a little bit of COINTELPRO, right? Set up some camps, set up some people, and really put a bad name on the guys out here really doing this work in sincerity. You see? But that's the time we're living in. So get prepared. I want to give all glory, praise, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and shalom the next time.